of my video series on Metal Gear Survive build tutorials for all of these subclasses, and this is my second video of the Jaeger class, a build that I called the Ranger. And this particular build is the fastest, has the fastest deployment time. It has, not too many fancy gadgets, but it's just really physical type of deployment, really fast in the field, and you'll also be able to use the triple arrow technique. Everything is optimized around that triple arrow and a lot of dexterity. So I'll just go through with you everything you're going to need. Definitely going to need a shotgun if you want to use. I'm using the bullhorn for this one. I'm using the frost glaive spear since it's a very dexterous build. The spear is going to be really good as a physical attack item. And you're going to want this cross-line bow that will have the stamina consumption down for triple arrow. After that, these two are, is up to you. I use the 44, I use the 9mm. It doesn't really matter too much. It's really, making sure you got that cross-line bow. This is more of a preference, but I like the 44, for this particular, for the Jaeger build. But you're free to do what you like with the secondaries. It's really just the cross-line and the spear are the most important for this one. As far as gadgets, this one, you're only going to have one gadget sling, so I use the barbed wire fence, I use the ramp, the air cannon, oil trap, frost trap, and cardboard fence. After that, equipment you will need Wolf's Eye, so you'll have this Hawkeye ability. It will give you an additional, every time you aim all the way back, you get a higher chance for a critical attack, plus dexterity level 4. You'll need a Wolf's Jacket, which is critical as well because you want that consumption efficiency increase arrow level 2, since you're going to be using a lot of arrows for this. I use the AT shooter gauntlet for increased strength and more dexterity, and Wolf's Greaves with the triple arrow stamina consumption down is another critical thing, because between this and your weapon, which will also have that, you have two items that have the stamina consumption down for the triple arrow, and it's going to allow you to, use this thing over and over and over and over without getting worn out from your endurance, because it does take endurance. It takes a chunk of endurance every time you do the triple arrow. So by having those two things, you'll be able to use it a lot, and it just makes it really fun. This is like, it's not my favorite build, but the triple arrow is really fun to use, and you could just kind of go in a barrage of attacks, and great for side missions, really fast deployment, really fast dexterity. As far as the ammo, you'll have the survival equipment. Large flame arrow, one left gear sling, heavy arrow quiver, supply large survival bag, and the improved weapon holder you'll need. And the only thing of note for the ammo really is on your actual bow, put the RPA arrow. So you'll have 30 RPA, and then you'll be able to switch to flame arrow and heavy arrow, give you a variety of things. And you could use triple arrow on all those. Like, if you use the triple arrow with the RPA, I mean, you could kill the Devastator really fast. Just keep shooting him in his weak point with those triple arrows with the RPA. It's really effective. As far as for the 44, I use some AP ammo, and I use some Grim ammo. So I have my whole thing set up where, AP ammo for certain enemies, like the gunners, like the armored. There's other enemies where it's a little more effective to use the armor piercing, so I keep some of those. And I keep the Grim. This is like a backup, break the glass weapon. If I ran out of ammo, I ran out of something, you have something tough where you can maybe kill a second Devastator or something that's coming out at you. Next, as far as your skill training abilities, you'll need the Jaeger class, obviously. You'll need lock-on shot. You'll need the strength super boost, you'll need the dexterity super boost, you'll need the endurance super boost, and obviously you'll need triple arrow. This is really, really important. Like, if you don't get the ability, then the whole thing doesn't work. So, in summary, this is really, you're going to be able to use this triple arrow over and over again, really quick. You'll have a variety of different arrows between frost, RPA. You'll have a couple of things you could switch through. You have a really high dexterity, so you can get the spin attack with the spear going really quick, and then you'll have your standard full size shotgun to handle certain jobs, and then the 44 is usually for those tough enemies. 9mm I might use before the match starts when you're setting up, and so this is like really, it's a really good build. It's really tough, it's strong, it's fast, it gives you a lot of options. The only downside to this is maybe the gadgets aren't, it's not really too fancy on the gadgets. This is more just a build that's meant to just go out there and attack, So if this was helpful for you, if you appreciate it, if you like the video, then just subscribe to my YouTube, Twitch, whatever, Twitter, all that. And I appreciate you, man. Alright, take it easy.